Sorry I haven't been posting, guys. I just really haven't been well. But I have been doing lots of researching of paranormal stories and anything spooky. Today's stories are actually linked to Norway, but they are also found amongst most Germanic folklore and Scandinavian countries. But I really wanted to delve into Norway because I just love Norway. So there's going to be quite a few different stories in this video. So Norway is a beautiful country located in Northern Europe, and many people go there to see the landscape, to see the Northern Lights, and to also see the Norse mythology statues that are dotted all around Norway. However, there's also paranormal stories and experiences. The Huldra, a name translated to mean covered, as a way to reflect their mysticality. They are seductive forest creatures, and they take the form of a beautiful woman. They are said to believe to have a cow's or fox's tail, and this is where the term covered comes from, because in every other aspect they are deemed to look human except for this tail. Who target? Men being lured by a charm to either be enslaved or killed. They are deemed to be protectors of the forest and its inhabitants. If you look after nature and you respect nature, you are said to be rewarded for your kind deed. Norwegian families use Huldras as a cautionary tale to highlight the power of nature and the dangers of temptation. They aren't linked to demonic entities, but instead appear to be about protecting nature at all costs, no matter the consequences to humans. They are known to hypnotise their targets, and in majority of stories they are only interested in sex and dancing, hence the cautionary tale of temptation. The Draug, or Drew, is deemed to be a restless spirit or a drowned fisherman, and he haunts the coastline of Norway. He brings death by dragging those unfortunate to see him into the water. His appearance is frightening, with it being said that he has seaweed in place of his head, and his skin is a mixture of fish scales and rotting flesh. Unlike a typical ghost, he actually does have a physical body and he has superhuman strength. They have magical abilities such as changing the weather, look into the future, and walk through stone. Even those who are asleep are not safe, since he has the ability to penetrate into their dreams, leaving a palpable memory. Anybody who sees the Drow ends up dead. There is no escaping him. The Naken is seen all over Germanic history, and when the Anglo-Saxons came to Britain, they actually brought versions of this story over here as well. Now, the Naken is deemed to be a shape-shifting water spirit, as main form is that of a man or a brook horse. Now, the man is seen to be elegant, and he's seen playing the violin. Similar to the Drow, he drowns people, especially around Midsummer's Eve, which is around June 23rd, marking the start of the summer solstice. They play enchanting songs that seem to target women and children and lead them to drown in nearby wild water, whether that be lakes, rivers, brooks or streams. However, not all stories show these water spirits as malevolent, but instead wanting to entertain their audience, no matter the person. If a musician approached the Naken and learned how to play their music by bringing 3 drops of blood, a black animal, Scandinavian rocker or snus, dropped into water, they would become overwhelmed by this mysterious force that made them play constantly, slowly losing their mind. The only escape? Breaking the violin that enchanted them. How to kill a Naken? Saying their name out loud. A brook horse, like I said earlier, is another form of this creature, and anyone who has tried to ride the horse would be drowned, even if it was a child. Now, this horse is seen in quite a lot of mythology, especially around Norway. And again, it is meant to be this water spirit. Frozen did do a version of this in Frozen 2, where Elsa is trying to get to this island and this horse comes out of the water. And as you can see, it's trying to protect Elsa because she's also meant to be an elemental. But to anyone who is deemed not worthy to go, ends up drowned, and this is what apparently happens to her parents. But yeah, it's really interesting. So I hope you've enjoyed these stories of the paranormal that is linked to Norway.